Welcome to the Clickteam Fusion 2.5 Platformer Tutorial Part 3, and this tutorial is being made for Cringe Master 64, and he says, can you do a tutorial on how to make spikes or blocks that take damage from you? I'm sorry for the extremely late reply, but yes, I can, and that's what this video is for. So I'm going to open up Clickteam Fusion 2.5. I'm going to open up where we last left off back in part 2. Keep on wanting to say episode. Going to move this. Going to right click, insert new object, active, and I'm going to put it down here. I'm just going to make a quick sprite for it real quick. Press OK. And here's going to be our block that our player takes damage from. I'm going to right click, insert new object, go over to this top bar, type in lives, and then you'll see this heart icon. I'm going to click it twice, place it up in this top corner. Now, as you can see, the block won't do anything because we haven't programmed it to do anything when our player touches it. So we're going to go over to our event editor, new condition, right click, our player, collisions, another object, then this active 2, go over to our joystick, right click, number of lives, subtract from number of lives, then just press 1 and OK. Now what will happen is by the way, this is our lives here. When our player hits the block, our lives diminish. But when we hit 0, nothing happens. I want it to restart the frame with our lives back to 3 once it's at 0. So I'm going to go new condition to the joystick, right click, when number of lives reaches 0, go over to the joystick again on this column, go all the way down, right click, number of lives, set number of lives to 3, and go over to our chess checkerboard icon, go all the way down to this column, right click, and then restart the current frame. Now what will happen is when our player gets 0 lives, it restarts and sets it back to 3. But when we hit our bad guy enemy, it just automatically resets. So I want to go over to this column, delete this, right click and press delete, and then hold down your left button on your mouse and drag it all the way over to this column, and it will subtract number of lives to 1. Yeah, I stuttered there. So what should happen is when we hit the bad guy enemy, it should take damage, and once we hit 0, it restarts us at wherever our player is at the level editor or frame editor. So if I put him here and I run out of lives, he'll spawn there. So this player icon always acts as a spawn point. I hoped that Cringe Master 64. I'm feeling the cancer run down my body as I speak.